Former UH quarterback Colt shined today under the lights of the NFL Combine in Indianapolis. Didn't run or lift weights, but he did excel in passing drills. In fact, Brennan got a 100% rating and made all the throws they asked of him. I hope you're all having a pleasant evening. Colt completed 20 of 21 passes in front of the league's big wigs this morning, but got credit for the one incomplete because he hit Kansas receiver Marcus Henry right in the hands. Super Sunday for Brennan, who's been taking some heat by critics following poor performances in both the Sugar and Senior Bowls. Earlier this week, he measured 6'2 1/3 and weighed in at 207 pounds. Also today, 3 former Warrior receivers ran their 40-yard sprints. Best of the bunch, Ryan Grice-Mullins in 4.46 seconds. Big play Jason Rivers was clocked at 4.55, slightly slower than his own expectations. And sure-handed Bess ran his 40 in 4.62 seconds.
His numbers at the Combine are working to his advantage. Yesterday, the former Warrior QB scored 100% for accuracy. Brennan completed 20 of 21 attempts, but the one incompletion was the fault of the receiver, so he was awarded a perfect score. Coach McMacken says that will hold well for Colt in the upcoming NFL draft.
Everybody talks about his negatives, and you know, that's a big positive. That's the most important thing in pro football, is being accurate. His arm, he threw for 60 yards, and it was good to hear a positive because there's not much they could say about being 100%.
With all the recent talk about a perfect season with the New England Patriots and the Memphis.
Former Warrior quarterback Colt Brennan is silencing some of his critics as he gets ready to play at the next level. K5 Stephen Florino joins us live now with the details.
Now, some said his arm wasn't strong enough or he was too skinny to take the pounding in the NFL, but Colt answered those criticisms. Today marked the final day of the NFL Combine in Indianapolis, and Colt had a pretty good showing. He said his goals were to weigh more and throw well. And that's exactly what he did. Brennan tipping the scales at 207 pounds and was 100% in the throwing drills, drawing praise from new Warrior head man Greg McMacken.
I was really excited about Colt because we all know he's so accurate, and that's the best thing that he does. That's the most important thing in pro football, is being accurate. And it was good to hear a positive because there's not much they could say about being 100%. The other guys, they're all great athletes, and I know they're all going to do well in the NFL.
Out of the 3 former Warrior receivers at the Combine, Ryan Grice-Mullins stood out the most. He ranked 10th among wide receivers in the bench press, 4th in the 20-yard shuttle. Colt and his posse of receivers will all participate in UH's Pro Day on April 1st in California, the NFL Draft April 26th. Now, the Combine is just one step to the promised land, but a couple of former Warriors say the NFL isn't the charmed life they expected. With no NCAA restrictions, meetings and practices can last from sunrise to sunset, and football has now gone from a sport to a job.
It's business, and it's kind of funny that you grow up, you know, playing football all your life, and all of a sudden now you say, I'm going to work, you know what I mean? Instead of going to go play football.
It's hard, but you know, you gotta pay some bills after, you know, house, car, everything. So life after your age is pretty hard.
Leonard Peters is on the scout team for the Chicago Bears, and that means he practices with the team but doesn't play in the games. And Samson Satele started all 16 games as a rookie with the Miami Dolphins last season, but his team only won once. Both players say the transition a lot easier with the help of friends. Peters says St. Louis alum Olin Kreutz helps him a lot in Chicago, and former Warrior Reagan Mawia is also on Miami's roster.